That is the actual Sting.
Now, when you say you write the show, what does that mean exactly?
Like in a movie or a play, the show is scripted, which is to say the performers aren't making it up as they go along. I'm the guy in charge of making up what they do and say.
Do you think one day they might let you be in the show?
First of all, they is us, him and me, we're the executive producers. I'm not a performer, I'm a writer. There are two completely different skill sets.
Oh my God, it's Simon Styles. He's coming right over here. Do you know him?
He works for me!
Hey, Sam.
Hey, excuse me, I'm sorry. Matt, you have a minute?
Sure.
Introduce us.
Simon, this is Lacey, Shayna, and Trinket.
Treasure.
Treasure.
How do you do?
Excuse me, I'll be right back.
Thanks for saving me.
I got a call from Bud Freeman over at the Improv. He says there's a comic out from New York named Willie Wilson, or Willy wilz he goes by sometimes. Bud thinks he might be a good writer for the room.
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I'd like you to come to the Improv with me for a few minutes, because he's doing a set at 11.
Look, I will, but I got Harriet floating around here with Sandy Koufax. I'm just really not in the mood to look at a fake brick wall. Why don't you tell Danny and he'll get some tape on the guy?
No, man. Don't blow this over to Danny. If it was Tom or Jeannie or Harry, you wouldn't blow this over to Danny.
What are you talking about? If it isn't about the writing, I blow everything over to Danny that isn't nailed down.
Well, this is about writing.
Okay, wait, I have to go back, because there was an implication that somehow I treat you differently than the rest of the cast.
I'd like to see more black writers on your staff, or a black writer on your staff.
It's not my staff. I didn't hire these guys. Ricky and Ron did. As their contracts run out, we'll see what's what. Is this a diversity issue?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not a diversity issue. Yeah, sure, you might consider, just for the hell of it, having somebody in there who didn't go to Harvard.
I didn't go to Harvard. If it isn't a diversity issue, then what are you saying? Are you not... Am I not writing well enough for you?
Please.
But you think I need to bring in help from the bullpen once in a while to write for a black guy?
I think there's comedy to be found in experiences that are far removed from your own. And I think there's a dramatic and musical language in which you're not fluent.
There are a lot of languages in which I'm not fluent.
Matt?
I was a bartender at the Gershwin for Patti LaBelle. And in the main lobby, there's this huge bar. 7 bartenders, one of them black. At intermission, 2,000 people pour into the lobby, 1,950 of them black. And they all line up in front of this guy's station. And I thought, what the hell are they doing? They think this is the guy who knows how to make the black drinks? I can mix a Cavassier and Diet Coke like anybody else.
See? That's a joke you'd never make on the air, because your liberal guilt will come spraying out of your ears.
I'm sorry if my on-air material isn't racist enough for you.
It's insulting to me that there are no black writers in the room.
It's insulting to me that you think I need help.
Well, you're just gonna have to be insulted then.
We'll take my car.
All right, guys, come on. They only got a minute here. They're only going to be here a minute. They don't have time to hear 19 sitcom pictures. Thanks. Let's go. Come on.
All of a sudden, a Nicholson in 5 easy pieces. Hold it between your knees. Not a lot of Nicholson fans here tonight, huh? Okay. Well, folks, our next comic's from New York City, where he's been wowing audiences at Dangerfields and Carolines. You may have seen him on Showtime at the Apollo. Let's give it up for Willy Wilz!
Yo, what's happening? Okay, see you got some white people in the house tonight. I got a little pet name I use for white people. It's spelled bitches. I'll tell you what make me laugh, though. Get in an argument with white people. Because you can't do it. We don't speak the same language. Because when I get in an argument, I'll be like, what? Okay, bitch, you want to step to me? I'll take your ass outside and give you a beat down. White dude be like, okie dokie there, homie. We'll go have a tater-tate, broham to broham. But I don't hate white people. See, I do love the fact that y'all insist on paying your damn bills on time. White people go out of town, they pay their light, car, gas, rent, everything months in advance, just in case they get waylaid in Honolulu or something. When black people go out of town, we say, see you in court, bitch. Matter of fact, if you the landlord and black people go out of town, guess what? You just got your bitch ass chumped. But I will say this, black people make more black people. We love to have kids, man. I got baby mamas on top of baby mamas, for real. I done ran out of names for my kids, man. My next son's name is Oops. If I have one more kid, I can start my own football team. For real.
Maybe the rest gets better.
I can do the rest.
Number 14.
Something tells me Willie likes his bitches with a big old ass.
Just a bitch with a big old but donkey donk ass. I could put a saddle on and be like, pie-ya, pie-ya.
There is nothing like the wit and originality of the differences between white people and black. And apparently, the biggest difference is that we don't pay our bills, respect the law, women, or each other.
Willy wilz,
Maybe he just needs...
What he needs is a bottle of Colt 45 and a bucket of fried chicken, man.
It wasn't that bad.
Don't patronize me.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I dragged you out here. You have better things to do with your time off.
No, I don't.
Come on, let's sit down and have a couple of beers. Come on.
All right, I'm buying.
Damn right.
I'm living in a new house now. You haven't been there. I'm up in the hills near the Hollywood sign. And from my pool, I can see South Central. I saw a murder up close when I was 15. 3 guys shot a friend of ours about 10 times in the chest with 38s. You know, it doesn't look like it does in the movies. Ask a homicide cop. It ain't poetry in motion. It's everything inside comes out of every part of you. Anyway, we spent the next day planning how we were gonna kill these guys who did it. And when it was time, the leader of the guys I ran with, a guy named Donnell, turned to me and said, "You're not going." I said, "Like hell I'm not going." He said, "You're not going, you go, and I'll kill you first." Those guys are all doing consecutive life sentences. No chance of parole. They weren't charged as juveniles. Donnell is in a federal maximum security facility in Minnesota. Every month, I send him the only things I'm allowed to send him: cigarettes and stamps. I can see it from my pool, man. And if I don't reach in there and grab as many of them as I can carry every day, then I deserve to get sent right back to it. But there's nothing I can do for Willy Wills.
Darius Hawthorne. White out for the room.
Whoever's up there now is getting met with pretty stunning indifference.
I've got babies, mamas all over the place. I got so many kids, I've run out of names.
Hang on.
You step into it, you bitch-ass white boy.
Hang on.
I will bitch your bitch ass all over this mother bitchin' bitch.
Shut up a second.
And to be completely honest with you, where I come from, I'm not sure I'm in step with the rest of the African American community. I mean, I carry the scars of slavery just like everybody else. But somehow it's important to me to know that while slaves, we were good when stacked up against other slaves throughout history. And I don't know if we were. You know, I'm looking at the pyramids in Egypt, which were built by slaves, and I'm thinking to myself, whoa, nobody told us we could use geometry. God sent the Hebrew slaves Moses. And don't get me wrong, I like the Emancipation Proclamation, but the Hebrews got a burning bush, plague, slaying of the firstborn, parting of the Red Sea. We got a memo. Free at last, thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. All right, thanks and everything, but you were phoning that in, and you know it.
You're boring.
Lock it out.
I don't think the way I'm supposed to think. You know, I went to the barber shop, sat down in a chair, and the barber picked up a pair of scissors and lit up a joint at the same time. Stuff smelled out of this world. I mean, someone took a lot of care in the growing of this weed. This is one hit pot, and he tells me he can sell me some for $10. I should be thinking, here's a wasted guy with a pair of scissors pointed at my head, but what I'm thinking is, how can he sell this fine a product at such affordable prices?
Give us some.
Just needs discipline.
And that's my show.
Hey, man, don't quit your day job.
I'm Matt Albee. This is Simon Stiles.
I know. Were you just there?
You got your ass kicked.
I know that too. It was my ass.
No, I don't think you understand. That was the worst stand-up performance I've ever seen. Gallagher, anybody.
You know what? I'm a pretty bright guy, and I don't need no one coming in here and telling me I'm no good at this. Least of all, 2 millionaire movie stars.
Was this your first time?
No, it was my last. Good night.
You grew up near SC.
How'd you know that?
South or north of the park?
South.
East or west of Menlo?
East.
It's mostly dead-end streets.
I live on one that's not.
I did too.
I got a bus to catch.
Where you going?
Look over my friends.
Not tonight.
What do you mean?
You're not going.
Listen, Mrs. Stiles, I don't work for you guys.
Yeah, you do. You come early and you stay late. You listen to everything he says and you watch everything he does. And he's gonna turn you into a writer.
What the hell are you talking about?
You just got hired as a staff writer for Studio 60. Come back with us now. You meet some people.
You're in the batter's box now, boy. Don't even think about letting me down. All right? All right?
Yes, sir.